Do you love me? Tiffany Young, Act Up, Alternative Creative Theater Ubiquity Program, about 2011. Well, to be honest with you, I was teaching for a couple of years, and I looked at some of the students that I was teaching, and I realized that in that particular situation, they needed a lot more than what was just being offered to them academically. And I knew that I wanted to go and reach communities of young people who I truly felt needed me and needed something different in an alternative way of not just learning, but truly being able to express themselves and express their experiences. Well, there's many facets to the business. One, when we're talking about youth, it is utilizing theater arts in order for kids to be able to truly release their emotions, if you will, and tell their stories. We sometimes forget that many of us, even as adults, but more importantly young people, some of our young people have been through some serious travesties. They have had experiences that some of us don't even want to deal with. And these young people are stuck and have all these emotions bottled up. And it's almost a question of how do they get to release these emotions? What are they doing with that energy? And then we wonder as a society sometimes, why are these kids acting out? But a lot of times it has so much to do with they don't know what to do with those emotions. They don't know what to do with those stories that they couldn't tell, that they had to have all bottled up. And how do they share that? How do they release this anger? How do they release this sadness? And so with that said, I developed a program in which young people were able to either write, to paint, or perform those emotions and turn it into a story. But they ended up with a finished project. A finished project, which a lot of these students and a lot of these young people have never been able to see something in completion. I think the hardest thing for me experiencing with my business is not anything internal, but more so the external. Making sure that I'm staying on top of the marketing aspect, keeping it in front of people, and also keeping it relevant to today. You know, you ask me the different parts of my business or what my business entails. That's just the youth part. I actually do something called the Actors Workshop, which is a social event for adults, and which is a fun time. And we use acting and theater arts, and we play with some scripts and have fun with scripts. It's almost like I would say a paint night, but instead of painting, what we're doing is playing with scripts and becoming characters while drinking and eating and just truly having a good time and a different approach to a social event. I would say, you know what, sometimes we have to swallow our fears and just move forward. I think everybody in life goes through things, negative, positive, and we find ourselves sometimes in a place where we doubt ourselves. We doubt whether, can we really do this? And we look at everything that's lined up against us, and we listen to the naysayers and the people who say, nah, you can't do that, but you got this going on, but you got that going on, and question everything every step of the way. And sometimes you just have to silence those people. And you have to truly look at your goal and keep going and keep going. One thing that I've learned in my adult life is that you have to put positive, not just people, but positive knowledge, whether it's reading the right book, whether it's connecting to the right organizations, connecting to the right people. And whatever your positive is, you have to make sure that you keep that in your circle. And I recommend keeping that circle very small and very tight. Somebody almost walked off with all my stuff, not my poems or dance I gave up in the streets, but somebody walked off with all of my stuff and didn't say a word while I was standing there. Somebody almost walked off with all of my stuff. That's just a small piece of it. You know, I always look at myself. I've been through a lot personally, but I never want that to be able to stop me. So as far as my business, it's my passion. It's what I love. I love theater arts, and I've seen theater arts change young people. I've seen it become a voice for the voiceless. I've seen it a way of me managing even my own emotions at some of the lowest points in my life. So if I would say any words about my business, it's the passion. It's the acting, the theater, and it's what I love. And I really, really hope that each and everyone out there, if it's something that you love, find that passion.